This is the moment when you decide whether you will think like ordinary people or like the people who shape their destiny with their own hands. This is the moment when you understand the true power of your mind. This is the moment when you realize how successful people think and how they turn every difficulty into a new opportunity. Life always shows a path to the one who wants to prove themselves, but successful people are the ones who do not just find a path, they create a path with their effort, with their belief, and with their vision. This world always belongs to those who keep their thoughts strong, who keep their intentions pure, and who keep their effort consistent. Successful people always understand that their mindset is their real weapon. They know that the strongest force in the world is the power of thought. They never fill their mind with weak ideas. They never allow their heart to move toward defeat. They understand that the one who controls their thinking controls their life. This is why their lives have no boundaries. Their eyes see possibilities where others see nothing. Their belief sees results that others cannot even imagine. They turn the impossible into possible through the strength of their mindset. They make their determination so powerful that no obstacle can stop their steps. Successful people always think that every new day is a new chance. They never say that time has passed or opportunity is over. Their belief tells them that as long as breath exists, hope exists, and as long as hope exists, the fight continues. They rise every day with a fresh fire burning within them. They know that success is not a one-day event, but a journey of constant thought, constant effort, and constant growth. Their mindset is always connected to action. They dream big, but they never stop at dreaming. They walk forward every day to turn those dreams into reality. Successful people believe that mistakes are not failures, but lessons. They never look back with disappointment. Instead, they ask what the mistake has taught them. Every mistake becomes a teacher. Every difficulty becomes training. They know that the person who avoids challenges never becomes strong. They learn while facing hardship. They grow while learning, and they win while growing. This mindset is the reason they rise above others. This is the mindset that pushes them forward even when the world stands still. Successful people never compare their life with others. They compare themselves with their own past self. They do not think about what others have. They think about how they can improve what they have. They understand that jealousy weakens your heart while gratitude strengthens your soul. They stay grateful for every achievement and hopeful for every new step. They do not think negative about others. They keep their mind positive because they know that a positive mind creates a positive life. Successful people do not fear the opinions of others. They do not care about what people will say. They focus on what they think about themselves. They define their own worth. They choose their own path. They know that if they start living to please the world, they will lose their purpose. They remain focused because their eyes stay on the destination, not on the noise around them. Their only thought is to move forward and keep moving forward. They know that belief in oneself is the foundation of all success. Even if no one in the world believes in them, they still believe in themselves. They begin their journey with the firm belief that no matter how long the path may be, they will reach the destination because belief gives strength that nothing else in the world can give. Belief is the light that shows the way even in darkness. Belief is the courage that lifts tired feet. Belief is the fire that keeps the heart alive in the toughest times. Successful people understand that time is the most valuable thing they have. They do not waste it on meaningless activities. They spend every moment with purpose. They respect their time because they know that the time that passes never returns. They treat every day as a building block of their success. They rise each morning with a mission and sleep each night with a lesson learned. Their thinking is based on valuing time. They use their time wisely, and their life becomes valuable. They think that success is not achieved alone. They value relationships. They help others. They believe in teamwork. They know that helping others does not reduce their success, it increases it. They create ease for others because they understand that those who create ease find ease in their journey. Their mindset is built on kindness and strength. They surround themselves with people who lift them higher, not with people who pull them down. Successful people think that life is a journey, and every journey contains challenges. They do not run away from challenges, they accept them. They know that challenges are the fire that turns iron into steel. They walk through that fire and come out stronger. They prove to the world that real strength does not come from the body, it comes from the mind. A strong mind can face anything in the world. That is why successful people do not fear difficulties, difficulties fear them. This is the mindset that makes successful people successful. This is the mindset that separates them from ordinary people. This is the mindset that transforms their life, and this same mindset can transform your life too if you accept it with your heart, if you make it a part of your journey, if you awaken the strength that is already inside you. Successful people think in a way that gives them strength. Even when the world tries to break them, they think in a way that pushes them forward. Even when everything feels heavy, they think in a way that keeps their fire alive. Even when others lose their light, they know that the journey to success is not a straight road. It is filled with turns, filled with storms, and filled with tests. But they walk through every test with courage because their mind is trained to find growth in the middle of struggle. Their mind is trained to search for solutions when others see problems, and their mind is trained to rise when others fall. Successful people think that purpose is more important than comfort. They understand that comfort zones destroy potential. They know that greatness comes from the moments when you choose to step into discomfort, when you choose to do what others avoid, when you choose to fight for your dreams, even when your body feels tired, even when your heart feels heavy. They believe that comfort is temporary but growth is forever, and that growth becomes the foundation of every victory they achieve. They think that every small step matters. They do not wait for a perfect moment because they know perfect moments never come. They begin with what they have, they move with what they know, and they trust that every step forward brings them closer to their destination. They know that mountains are not climbed in one jump, they are climbed one step at a time. Successful people think that consistency is the silent power that builds empires. They stay consistent even on days when they feel no motivation because their commitment is stronger than their mood. Successful people think that discipline is freedom. They understand that the person who controls their habits controls their life. They build habits that support their goals. They wake up early. They learn continuously. They remove distraction. They protect their focus. They know that discipline might feel hard today, but it gives you a life tomorrow that others can only dream of. They believe that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the ultimate form of self-respect. It is the proof that you are serious about your dreams. Successful people think that fear is not an enemy. Fear is a signal that you are standing at the edge of growth. They do not run away from fear. They walk through it. They face it step by step. They understand that the only way to remove fear is to face it head on. They believe that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward while fear walks beside you. They know that those who wait for fear to disappear wait forever, so they choose to act even with shaking hands, even with uncertain hearts, and in the process they become unstoppable. Successful people think that failure is not the end. Failure is the beginning. They know that every failure hides knowledge, every failure hides improvement, and every failure hides a stronger version of themselves. They study their failures, they learn from them, and then they rise again. They do not break, they evolve. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. It is a necessary chapter in the story of anyone who wants to achieve something great. They accept this truth and that is why they keep moving even when things fall apart. Successful people think that self-belief must be stronger than circumstances. They know that situations can change, people can change, environments can break, but belief must stay strong. They feed their belief every day with positive thoughts, with strong vision, with powerful intention. They repeat to themselves that they are capable, they are worthy, they are strong, they are rising. They know that belief is not just a feeling, it is a habit, a choice, a decision to trust yourself even when nothing around you looks certain. They think that success requires sacrifice. They understand that to win something big you must give up something small. They give up laziness, they give up excuses, they give up toxic environments, they give up the need for approval, they give up the fear of judgment. They choose actions that feed their dreams, not actions that feed their doubts. They know that every sacrifice builds strength, every sacrifice builds clarity, and every sacrifice brings them closer to the life they imagine. Successful people think about the future, not the past. They use the past only as a lesson, not as a prison. They do not repeat the same story of regret again and again. They use their past as a reminder of how far they have come. They look ahead with hope, with determination, and with fire. They know that the past is gone, and the only thing they control is the direction they choose today and the decisions they commit to today. Successful people think that energy is valuable. They do not waste their energy arguing with negative people. They do not waste their energy trying to impress those who do not care. They focus their energy only on things that help them grow. They protect their peace. They protect their dreams. They protect their environment. They know that the wrong people drain power and the right people create power, so they choose their circle with wisdom. They surround themselves with dreamers, with fighters, with thinkers, with builders, people who inspire them to rise higher. They think that gratitude is the foundation of a strong mind. They understand that without gratitude a person can have everything and still feel empty. They look at every blessing with appreciation. They look at every opportunity with thanks. They stay grounded even when they achieve greatness. They never forget where they started. They never forget the struggles that shaped them. Their gratitude keeps them humble, and their humility keeps them growing. Successful people think that it is a lifestyle, it is a daily way of thinking, a daily way of acting, a daily way of growing. They know that the journey never ends. They keep learning even after achieving. They keep improving even after winning. They transform every day into a chance to become better because they believe that the moment you stop growing, you start falling. They think that their dreams are worth fighting for. They know that battles will come, but strength, courage will rise higher. They know that doubters will appear, but belief will silence them. They carry a mindset that refuses to surrender. They walk with a heart that refuses to break. They look at the world not with fear but with vision, not with doubt but with determination, not with weakness but with fire. This is how successful people think. This is how they build extraordinary lives. This is how they become an example of resilience, hope, and unstoppable ambition. This is the mindset that lifts them from ordinary to exceptional, and this is the mindset that can lift you too if you choose to adopt it, if you choose to nourish it, if you choose to live it every single day. Successful people think in a way that transforms every part of their life. They see the world through a lens that most people never use. They think beyond limits, beyond fear, beyond comfort. They refuse to live a life designed by doubt. They choose to build a life designed by courage. They understand that the mind is the greatest tool a person can possess, and they train this tool every single day like a warrior trains his strength. They sharpen their thoughts, they strengthen their vision, they expand their inner power, and they build a mindset that can survive any storm that comes their way. Successful people think that every challenge, is a doorway to the next level of life. They never ask why this is happening to me. Instead, they ask, what is this trying to teach me? They know that every hardship carries a hidden blessing, every struggle carries a hidden strength, every setback carries a hidden push that takes them closer to their dream. They walk through pain with patience, they walk through darkness with faith, they walk through obstacles with determination, and in this process they discover versions of themselves they never knew existed. They think that the world cannot give them confidence. Confidence must come from within. They know that external validation is temporary but internal belief is permanent. They build confidence by keeping promises to themselves, by completing difficult tasks, by standing again after falling, by doing what they said they would do even when no one is watching. They understand that confidence is not given, confidence is earned, confidence is built through discipline, through honesty, through courage, through action, and this inner strength becomes the foundation of everything they achieve. Successful people think that mindset creates destiny. They know that two people can have the same dream but different results, and the difference is the mind they bring into the journey. They fill their mind with thoughts of growth, of strength, of possibility. They remove thoughts that weaken their spirit. They remove negativity before it takes root. They guard their mind like a treasure because they understand that the quality of thoughts becomes the quality of life. They think that clarity is power. They do not walk through life blind. They define their goals clearly. They know exactly what they want, why they want it, and how far they are willing to go to get it. This clarity gives them direction. This clarity gives them strength. This clarity gives them purpose. While others spend their energy wandering, successful people spend their energy building. They know that the mind becomes powerful when it knows where it is going. Successful people think that patience is not waiting. Patience is working consistently while trusting the process. They do not rush, they do not panic, they do not lose hope when results take time. They understand that seeds do not grow the day they are planted. Success does not come the day you start. Patience is the art of believing in unseen progress, the art of trusting that your effort is shaping your future even when nothing seems to be happening. They master this art, and that is why they rise when others quit. They think that courage must be chosen again and again. They know that courage is not a one-time decision. It is a daily choice, a daily practice, a daily mindset. They face moments of fear, but they choose courage. They face doubt, but they choose belief. They face difficulty, but they choose strength. They know that courage is built in small moments, when you say yes to growth and no to fear, when you say yes to effort and no to excuses, when you say yes to dreams and no to limitations. Successful people think that their environment shapes their mind, so they choose their environment with deep wisdom. They surround themselves with people who speak about ideas, not gossip, with people who build, not destroy, with people who dream, not complain. They know that energy is contagious, and the energy you absorb becomes the energy you live with. They protect their circle, they protect their peace, they protect their vision because they know that the right environment can transform a life and the wrong environment can destroy it. They think that focus is a superpower. They do not allow distraction to control them. They know that the world is full of noise, full of temptation, full of meaningless attention traps, but they keep their eyes on their purpose. They choose progress over entertainment, growth over distraction, and purpose over pleasure. They know that a scattered mind leads to a scattered life, but a focused mind leads to a powerful life. So they train their attention daily like a muscle, and that focused mindset becomes their greatest advantage. Successful people think that self-control is strength. They do not allow emotions to control their decisions. They do not allow impulses to control their actions. They choose discipline over comfort. They choose long-term gain over short-term pleasure. They understand that the one who can control their mind can control their fate. The one who can control their emotions can control their destiny. They develop emotional strength through reflection, through self-awareness, through understanding their triggers and mastering their reactions, this emotional power becomes one of their greatest tools. They think that learning is a lifelong journey. They never assume they know enough. They remain students forever. They read, they study, they ask questions. They seek knowledge from every source, from books, from experiences, from mentors, from failure. They grow every day. Their mind expands every day. And because they never stop learning, they never stop rising. They know that knowledge sharpens the mind, and a sharp mind creates a sharp life. Successful people think that the vision they hold inside must be protected at all costs. They do not allow fear to shrink their dreams. They do not allow doubt to dim their inner light. They do not allow negativity to poison their ambition. They guard their vision like a fire in the middle of a storm. They nurture it, they feed it, they believe in it even when no one else does. This belief becomes the engine that moves them toward their destiny. They think that greatness is not about talent. Greatness is about effort. Greatness is about character. Greatness is about resilience. They know that many people have talent, but very few have perseverance. Many people have dreams, but very few have discipline. Many people start, but very few finish. They choose to be among those who finish. They choose to be among those who stay consistent. No matter how slow the progress seems, they choose to be among those who rise again and again and again until life has no choice but to open the doors they seek. Successful people think that their life has meaning. They do not believe they were born just to exist. They believe they were born to create, to grow, to impact, to rise. They search for purpose with passion. They align their actions with their purpose. They build their identity with purpose, and this purpose becomes the fire that fuels their journey, the fire that keeps them moving, the fire that makes them unstoppable. They think that their dream is bigger than excuses, bigger than obstacles, bigger than fear, bigger than doubt. They know that the path will be hard, the nights will be long, the pressure will be heavy, but they also know that the destination will be worth everything they sacrifice. They understand that the journey will shape them, mold them, test them, and transform them into the person they were always meant to become. This is the deep mindset of successful people. This is the thinking that shapes their destiny. This is the energy that pushes them forward when the world stands still. This is the power that turns ordinary humans into extraordinary leaders. And this same mindset can live inside you if you choose to awaken it, if you choose to believe in it, if you choose to walk with it every day of your life.